Hello everyone, this is MV broadcasting from a very dark Cardiff. It's Christmas time and I'm in a fairly good mood. I had some good news just before this call. Someone expressing some gratitude. Hold on, I've got an echo. Hello everyone, this is MV broadcasting from a very dark Cardiff. There we go, rookie mistake, should know better. The thing is, I'm always having to shut down other screens. Oh, there's the research. There we go. So my opponent see what I'm looking at. So we come to the playoffs here, folks. Season 7 is raced by, and we've seen some great races, some really tight races, and we've seen some surprise comebacks from the bottom, some slides down to the bottom, and we've seen even our very first couple of draft picks for Season 8. Lots of talking points there. So, we've come down to this series. It started already. The playoffs. And we've seen today the D-Gens are just trailing the Lehigh Lizards 3-1 so far. There's a game at least to go there. Apparently, Ron Guidry threw a no-hitter to get the D-Gens their first score of the tournament, of that round. So that's really good. 3-1 they trail, with at least one game to play. Then we come down to two good friends, David and Mark. David at MV. Chicago at Manchester. We'll be playing that today. So I'm a little bit apprehensive because I've not done a live playoff before. I've done many broadcasts, as any of those follow the league knows. So just bear with me. I'm going to have to go a little slower because I don't want to make any mistakes or errors or rookie moves. So just bear with me. Let me just welcome everyone in the chat, as long as they're in there. I will have a look and see who's here, who's not.
I've done many broadcasts.
Runners and Riders. Jeff Hunter's here. Hello,
so
Jeff.
Just bear with me.
Hello, David. Here we go. We're all good to go. Chicago at Manchester. I'm strangely nervous. I feel like I'm going to screw up something here. Here we go. Chicago coming into Manchester. They had a run to the race to the wire with Edmonton and San Francisco in their division. Hopefully you can all hear me well enough. And here are the Hornells. Rube Waddell, I'm sure he said he wanted to start first as the commissioner starts to play a episode of Bars of Exile. Shame on you, Chloe. Howie Pollitt is looking like he's going to go for Manchester, but that's not who I want. So I look to the side and see, are there anybody that's out of sync? My starter should be Tex Houston, so I'm going to go with Tex Houston. Just looking up and down the list to make sure. He has no penalties on him. The last time he pitched was here, so if I've learned anything, it's not to pitch a pitcher when they're not great. But do I now go against what I wanted to do in the first place, which was pitch? So that's caught me off guard already. Do I go with Tex Houston, who is my ace, up against Rube Waddell? Tex Houston pitched 97 pitches on the 29th of September. I think he's good to go. I think he has an at 105 anyway. Most of these guys have. So it's going to be Tex Houston instead of Howie Pollitt. And I'm going to make one little change because I said I can, because I can. Ripper Collins, who has been sitting on the bench versus lefties, is actually going to play. Ripper Collins. Sadly, I've dropped him from the league because he's not in my team. David gave some instructions, which was if he ever sees Joe Horlin or Roger McDowell, I don't see McDowell here, yes, do not let them pitch. Those are the conditions. We are good to go. Let's do this again. It's Rube Waddell versus Tex Houston. I think Tex is rested, personally. So let's do it. Hey everybody, it's Manchester versus Chicago. Chicago Hornedales, the champions in Season 3, against the vaunted Manchester Red Bolts in their, I think it's a third straight postseason appearance. And we are in their seventh season. We won it in Season 1. The Red Bolts trying to get back past the divisional series. We've been stuck at wild card for 2 seasons in a row. This is the 3rd season. Can we overcome our hoodoo? Let's play ball. On the mound, Tex Houston. So 105 might have been his maximum anyway. I'm double checking that. Let's have a look at who's in the field. Behind the plate, Smokey Burgess, who's been released this offseason. First base, playing first base instead of Glenn Davis. Ripper Collins. At second base, Willie Randolph playing instead of Joe Morgan. This is the lefty lineup. Elvis Andrus at shortstop. Third base, Adrian Beltre. In left field, Turkey Mike Donlin, the batting champion. Center field, Bernie Williams. And in right field, Reggie Smith, also been dropped by Manchester in the season. After the season just had, which is a bit of a shocker. On the mound, I think Tex Houston on the mound. They said Mort there. Mort Houston, by the way, was a fictional character I played with 20 years ago in a baseball league. At the bat, Frank Chance, a man who can lead off with a home run. Let's go. Hate that bug. That bug has progressed as the years gone on. Charlotte fly ball to left field. Turkey Mike has it, 1-away. I can confess to being slightly nervous of pressing the wrong buttons here. And Biggio, a man that came over from the Lizards with a base hit. Here's Joe DiMaggio, started this season with the Red Bolts. Had a good season last season and was doing well. And was a mid-season trade. Jacob deGrom and Joe DiMaggio went to Chicago for Howie Pollitt and Bernie Williams. There's a run down a second. And Biggio is safe at second with a stolen base. It's a big trade. It started an arms race in that division. And Joe D strikes out. So Tex Houston gets his first strikeout. There's Joe Dickey Medwick, another one of those Cardinals guest house gang, goes along with Ripper Collins. Both have found their way in this league. Here's these two deep fly ball to left field. This one could go, but Donlin makes the catch near the 347 mark, and they go down. Here we go now on the mound. Rube Waddell, who's going to lead off the pitching for Chicago. A quick look at Chicago. Behind the plate, Yadier Molina. At first base, Keith Mex Hernandez. Second base, Craig Biggio. Shortstop, Lou Boudreau. Third, Scott Rowland. In left field, Joe Medwick. Center field, Joe DiMaggio. And in right field, Mookie Betts. Leading off for the Red Bolts, Willie Randolph. He'll 3 and Randolph below the knees. He'll walk. Randolph a threat to steal. Here's Adrian Beltre. Had a good season. One of the premier hitters in the league. There goes Randolph. Oh, what a throw by Yadier Molina. There's a 10-arm. Manchester did not need that one. Strike 3 called, 2 down. Steve Tate also showing his love of the league by playing out of the park. There's the 1-2, strike 3 called. As we go to Scott Rowland now leading off. Outside on the black. Hernandez swings. Andrus to his right. Throw to first. Got him, 2-away. Lou Boudreau steps up. He swings. Straight to Andrus. And they go down. Leading off the bottom of the second, Mike Donlin, Turkey Mike. Swings. Deep fly ball to right field. See you there. Mike Turkey Mike puts the Red Bolts up 1-0. Turkey Mike's been outstanding this season. He's been kept in the off-season. Probably won't see him again until season 9. Because season 8, he's not good. There's Reggie Smith. Grounded. Boudreaux should make an easy play. 1 away. At the plate, Mel out, Master Melvin. The 1-2, strike 3 called. And here's a man that's very popular in Manchester, Ripper Collins. Why do we say it like that? Steve has a sound bite thing on his action PC. And when he comes up, the voice comes on and says, at bat, Ripper Collins. Collins settles in. Score 1-0 Red Bolts. Bottom of the second, 2 out. Rube Waddell on the mound. Had a great season, Rube Waddell. In real life. Here's a 2-2, strike 3 called. So now we go with Mookie Betts. Leading off top of the third. Slow rollers are short. Andrus. Oh, Betts beats the throw. Betts a threat to steal. And here's Yadier Molina. Batting in the 9th spot. Ground ball down the line. Ripper throws to second. Andrews up in the air over to first. Double play. They turned it. Athletic play by Elvis Andrus, who's coming over next year along with Troy Tulowitzki, who's been injured all season, so 2 shortstops being kept by Manchester. And Frank Chance. The 1-2 struck him out. So we go to the bottom of the third inning. The wind blowing from right to left here at Coors Field. And leading off, Smokey Burgess. Smokey was a long-term project for the Red Bolts. He hasn't quite worked out with dropping him. He won't be coming, but Tim McCarver will be. Here's a 2-1. Deep fly ball to left center field. But Ducky Medwick makes the catch. There's Elvis Andrus. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Waddell collects it. 2 out. There's Willie Randolph, a man who gets on base against lefties. Low and inside, and he's on base. He's almost automatic. There's Adrian Beltre. 0 for 1. Oh, Waddell fires the first. Randolph under the tag. Keith Hernandez will try and hold him close. He will go, but this is a 2 out. And this is Yadier Molina behind the plate. Yadier's already thrown him out once. Beltre steps in. There goes Randolph. Throw, a no throw. Willie Randolph tests Yadier Molina this time, and he beats him. In scoring position, Willie Randolph. Beltre ready. And there's a throw to first. They just get Beltre. So, top of the 4th inning. Dangerous Craig Biggio at the plate. Blooper to short. Andrus. Just had to make a simple catch, and that's 1 away. There's Joe DiMaggio, a man who can even the game up in a hurry. He blinds it. This is a double at least for DiMaggio. A double for Joe DiMaggio. There's Joe Medwick. Looks at strike 3. See, Houston already got 4 strikeouts. There's Scott rolling. He rips it up the middle base. Here comes DiMaggio. And the ball game is tied. Chicago 1, Red Bolts 1. 2-2. Mex swings. Grounded to Dunlin. Rolling we get to third. So here comes Chicago. 2 out. Top of the 4th inning. Boudreaux, a very dangerous hitter at the plate. First pitch. Deep fly ball to right center. Bernie Williams has it, and that's it. Makes the catch at the track. So 3.5. The score is tied. Chicago 1, Red Bolts 1. Bernie Williams at the plate, 0 for 1. Swung at a bad pitch, he's out of there. Mike Donlin at the plate. He rips it. Deep fly ball to center field. DiMaggio going back. Makes a catch deep in the field for out number 2. Waddell looks in. Missed outside, and Reggie Smith goes to first. No! Oh, we have an ejection. This is going to be interesting. Smith was taking all the way. Base on ball for Smith. Waddell disagreed and argued with the umpire. And he got ejected. Now, this leaves me in a difficult position. David said, do not let. But now we're in a position where I have to let someone in. Now, what do I do if... Oh, this is a pisser. What do I do if... Normally I just press CPU. But David has said he doesn't want... Two pitches. Roger McDowell. Oh, I have David, I have no choice. I have to let the CPU pick it, and then... So otherwise I'll end up picking your pitcher. I have to let it pick it, hope it doesn't pick McDowell or the other guy, and then take them out as well. So here we go. Horland, he doesn't want Horland, we know that. See, David, this is what happens. So, oh, Jesus. David's not here to make the change. We didn't think of an ejection that's happened. That has happened. The CPU, I can't bring in anyone else. The CPU had to do it. Joe Horland's there. What I can do, David, is try and remove him somehow that he won't let me change him. So what I'm going to do is try and... I don't know what it was. I had to use CPU. That's better. But now I have to choose a pitcher to pitch against myself. At this stage, I have to speak to the commissioner because I can't pick a pitcher to pitch against myself. David does not want Joe Horland. Anyone help me in this situation? David, if you are there, tell me what to do. Anyone tell me what to do? This is not fair. So we're in a bit of an impasse here. The owner is not here. I'm the one who's playing the game against my opponent. He said not to let these guys come in, but there was an ejection. So I had no choice but to say yes. We didn't factor in an ejection. Waddell was ejected. The computer brings in, didn't give me the option to not bring them in. It just told me he's coming in, and that's Roger McDowell. So if it's not McDowell, I generally do not know what to do. Fuck it. I'm just going to have to bring someone in for David, but I feel like it's unfair. because it's against me. I'm pitching someone to pitch against myself. That's not right. So what I'm going to do to preserve the game and the integrity of the game itself, I'm going to stop it right here. I can always restart when David is free, and he has to make that choice because I can't do it. I can't bring in a pitcher to pitch against myself. That would be stupid, and I don't want to disadvantage David. So what I'm going to do, folks, is in a very unusual way, but the only fair way to do it is wait for David. So at this stage, I'm going to stop the broadcast, keep the screen going in the background so that when David does tell me who, then so be it. But we didn't anticipate that Rube Wardell would get ejected and that the CPU would automatically not give me the choice to put a pitcher in for David, but the CPU just literally put Hoyland in, and David's instructions were not to use Hoyland, so we are stuck until David gets here. So, from MV, and to preserve the game itself, I'm going to leave it there until he gets back, or I hear from him, and we'll go again. So it's goodbye from me until this controversial moment is resolved, but it's the only fair way to do it. Otherwise, I'll be playing against myself, and I'll be wanting to win. So I will return shortly, I hope, with some more of this game.